So we're gonna roll right into this, and it is topwater. How many love topwater fishing? I mean, it's what I grew up doing. My granddad literally taught me to throw topwater lures because I had no other choice. My brother had no other choice. Arnie, my oldest brother, had no other choice. That's all my grandpa threw. He threw a double horse. Anybody know the double horse? It's from Florida. He literally ordered, I think it was 350 of them from Bass Pro Shops. We got them for Christmas gifts. We got them for good report cards. That's all we got. But there was some things that he would do to the topwater that would make it fantastic. And from tuning the propellers to sharpening the hooks and filing them down to sitting there and you're thinking, man, I'd love to throw a big topwater lure out there. Maybe one would come up and blow it up. But yet you heard your buddy say they don't bite topwater at noon and you just leave it down there. If you feel it, man, that is when I have caught some of the biggest fish. How many watched the Toledo Bend event this year with a Whopper plopper? I went for 3 hours without getting a bite. And then it was like 1 o'clock, I think I caught a 7-pounder. And then I caught a 5-pounder. But it was just, I had it in my gut. I knew that if I was to get a bite, most big fish that are caught are usually around that afternoon time when the sun is straight up. And I mean, there are plenty of exceptions, of course, but you know, especially down in Florida and through all the Clearwater lakes, when that sun's up at its very highest point is when those big fish, one big fish, might be two, more, 3, 4, but more than likely 1 or 2 fish are gonna come up and they're gonna feed on topwater at that time. I mean, you've been sitting out there on the lake and all of a sudden you see this boosh just out in the middle or over there on the edge of grass. I mean, if your lure was there, he would have eaten that lure. So, you know, go with your gut. Question is, do I have a certain way when I'm fishing a frog on setting the hook? Has to be 2 seconds. As hard as it is, you got to wait 2 seconds. And I've been in the boat with doing a story earlier this year on Gunnersville. The mat bite was fantastic. And I'm sitting there, and I just told the camera guy and the guy, I said, look, when you're fishing a frog, you want to make sure you wait a couple of seconds, you know, especially and I'm sitting there telling this, and this 5, 6-pounder just, oosh, and I sling it right out of his mouth. I mean, that's just what happened. I couldn't help myself. When they hit it that hard and it surprises you, but if you can wait 2 seconds and always set the hook up.
That's what I was just going to ask, not sweep you.
Yep, always, my hook set, I used to set to the side a little bit, and I'd hook them in the side of the mouth, maybe down a little bit. And then when I started going straight up, or maybe at like a 2 o'clock hook set, or if you're on this side, it'd be 10 o'clock, you know, I found that I was hooking the fish up higher. These are coming. They're coming. They're going to come soon. And there are 2 baits that I designed that I think that have the Whopper plopper mentality on the spinners. There will be no more filing baits. There will be or filing the spinners down. When you want that perfect, you're gonna get it. So that's all I can say about that. That's coming real soon. I've done the prototypes, I've seen them, and they're gonna come out with them and it's gonna be fantastic. So
What's the name?
I'm working on that. Working on that right now, as a matter of fact. I got an email yesterday, said come up with the name, so I don't know yet. That one right there is Shock the Fishing Market. Kind of reminds me a little bit of what it did.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Glusek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.